Okay. We've built a internet computer for the home, so let's take a look at 7 things about Litl. First of all, we give you the web up front. What you see in front of you are web cards, and that's our representation of web sessions. They're sort of like tabs, except they give you a little bit more information. And with these web cards, you use them, you open them up, you get a browser, and you can go from web card to web card and pop around. The way I'm getting back to my desktop is through this little button over here, and that allows you to jump from website to website very quickly and very easily. You could also move cards around. Let's see, you could to where you want them, and you can delete cards as well. Just delete them, boom, the cards go away, and things shift back. What was very important when we developed Litl was to get rid of the computery stuff. So you notice that in our desktop here and in web card view, we don't have menus, we don't have icons, we don't have folders. And you notice as I went through, there's no such thing in Litl as an overlapping window or resizing a window. What we try to do, the reason why we're called Litl, is we want to get the computer out of the way. We want to minimize the computer experience so there's nothing between you and your content. You'll also notice that there's a search box at the top, and that search box is built right into our desktop. So if you want to search for something, you just run the search, and again you get the website. So once you're into a browser, it operates just like any browser with forward, back buttons, address bar, all the things that people are used to, and you can just search around. What's interesting though is we do have something quite different, and that is we have the concept in Litl of channels. And what is a channel? A channel is a broadcast view or a passive view or even a lean back mode view of a website. And when a channel is available, you'll see a little button that says Add Channel, and you can hover over and get a preview of what that's going to look like, and you just press the button and you can add a channel, and all of a sudden this new card appears, and as you can see, it's a different view of the site that originated from. And this is really useful, and we'll see it in the second big difference with the Litl, and that is we have something called easel mode. So I am really just bending the screen over backwards here. So there's the screen, and as it rotates over, the screen will flip. And this is called easel mode. And easel mode is really good for broadcast view and lean back view. It's sort of a passive way of experiencing a website. A mode like this would be great for a kitchen counter or a nightstand or a family room. And what you do to utilize the computer in easel mode is we take, again, all the computery stuff all the way. Again, that's why we're called Litl. And we instead just have this very minimum wheel over here, and you just rotate the wheel, and then you will go you will now experience your channels. And these channels, as you see, are the exact same channels as we had in regular card view. And so what we give you is a continuous experience between your web cards and your channels, and we think that's very significant. Oh, one thing that we also have in broadcast view and easel mode over here is a remote that's really simple to use and completely analogous to the way you would use the computer. Again, for the computer, you have a wheel and a go button off to the side, it's like an enter button. And again, on the remote, you have the exact same wheel and go button. So you can then just turn the wheel and go from page to page. Once you get into if you want to get into a page, hit the go button, you enter it, hit the go button again, and this happens to be an RSS feed, or that this is the Red Sox thing that we created, and you can now then scroll through your content and see it. So easel mode is really great for passive content. I can see this in the kitchen, telling you information in the morning, weather, time, as everyone's trying to get out the house. This kind of can give you the information you want. The third really important point about Litl is let's go to weather. Is that we have a really great screen, and what's really different about our screen is that it has a 178-degree viewing cone. Most computers have a 60-degree viewing cone because they're designed to use at a desk and at work. But with our screen, you can see it at all different angles, and we think this is important at work. So if I rotate the screen to extreme angles, this way or this way, or let's say that the screen is high up in the air, or let's say the screen is low down on the ground, you can still see it. And we thought it was very important to have a viewing cone, because at home you're using in situations that are very different from work. You know, my 4-year-old is gonna take this and use it all, in all sorts of different ways, and we want to make sure that anyone could see the screen. So the fourth thing that's pretty different about our computer is photos. Boy, we spend a lot of time on photos, and for us, we believe that we're right now in history. We have we're at the time where there's the smallest percentage of photos seen to photos taken, because everyone takes photos, but then it kind of ends up on their computer, never to be seen again. We wanted to liberate the photo. So if you see here, we have here a media wall. And in our media wall, we have a whole bunch of photos, but these photos don't exist on the computer. They're part of services that people already use, web photo services such as Flickr or Shutterfly. And we connect to those services, and so what you can do though is you can scroll through your photos, and if you see a photo you like, you can click the photo, you can experience it, you could essentially see all your photos all the time. You could also see your albums by pressing the album view button, and here's a couple of albums, and once you have some albums, what's great is you can share it by hitting the share button. And what you do is you hit the share button, and you can share it to various people, and you could write a comment. When the receiver gets the comment, when the receiver gets the photo share, it'll end up not on their inbox or as a link in email, but it'll end up right on their Litl. And usually, I don't have I should have shown it to you, but you get a little card that says, "Hey mom, I had a great weekend at the lake," and she hits the go button, and boom, you're immediately seeing it. So we send photos to your mom's kitchen and right to her machine rather than her inbox. Okay, so once you're looking at photos, we figured, we have a really great screen, we have easel mode, but sometimes you want to see photos even bigger. So the fifth thing that we're very proud of here is that we have an HDMI connection, so you can see larger than life photos. So what we have here is an HDMI cable connected to a projector, but this could easily be a TV or really any other HDMI device. And all we're going to do is plug it into our port, and we have plug and play capability. So now if you look up on the screen, you see the exact same view. And so in order to share photos really well, it's really useful to have a really big screen. I mean, a 17-inch laptop screen is great, 21 is great, but what you really want to see is on a really big screen in front of your couch. So once again, you could open up your photos, you can see them, you can set up a slideshow, and essentially see all your photos. What's also great is that movies are incorporated in here as well. So you can open up a home movie that's stored in your on that online site, and you can then just play the movie. So this is my son Henry fishing. He tends to scare the fish every time he casts. But again, you can play movies, and of course, you can go and let's now here go to YouTube, and if you wanted to play, let's go to full. So let's go to full screen here, and let's say you just wanted to play a video.
I'm losing myself and this deep secret.
And so you would play the movie, and again, whether you're playing it in any mode, you get, what's great about the HDMI is you get the sound and you get the video, unlike a DVI port or a VGA port. The sixth thing that we find really great about and what we're really proud of is the fact that every card that you have here, every channel that you've created automatically syncs with another Litl should you want to. So you can have multiple Litls in your house, or really multiple Litls anywhere around the world, but as long as they're connected via the internet, all your channels will sync. And what that gives you is content ubiquity. That means your stuff will be available on any Litl you use. So this whole concept of OS server-side services is something that we're really proud of. And it allows, we're really trying to work hard here to solve the syncing problem, so you can get your content where you want it, whether it's on a TV or on a Litl. And the seventh and last feature of Litl that we're very proud of is that the machine is totally maintenance free, and this is easy to demo because I really don't have to do anything. This computer just automatically updates security patches, updates new apps, plugins, etc. We do this at night automatically, so it's always ready for you to use in the morning. If you're the tech support person at home, I think this will save you a lot of time. So in other words, if you want to stop doing tech support to your mother-in-law or with your mother-in-law, buy a Litl, and everything will just work.
All right, so this was the first full model of the Litl easel, or the Webbook, probably about 2 years ago. So as you can see, we figured out the easel idea here, and it was a very sensitive model. And yeah, this is one that traveled quite a bit, little sketch of the wheel and everything. As we went on down, we had a little more models, hardware, and then none of the keyboards worked. At least we had something to show around. And we got to the internals and everything, which is really, really fun. And then we finally got to the pizza box, which was all the guts inside, which is really, really cool. And we got to test everything, and HDMI and internals, memory, the wheels, which you can't quite spin, but you have to spin manually right here, which is really, really fun. And the camera. Then we got to a really cool transparent model. So this is the one where we got to see the real SLA model and everything, see the inside, see everything moving around, see what we could remove, what we couldn't. And then we got to this unit here, which is the more final unit, and then we added some extra things like the HDMI on the side right here. And then it comes down straight to the packaging, besides the remote control and everything here. So the packaging here, I'll open up for you right here, is the packaging. And then you open it right here. It's supposed to be like a candy bar. Pull it out. You have a brand new remote, which is protected right now, but it basically ends up like this. So, all right, so packaging. This is the fun part. So it starts off as just a message from the company, explain thank you for everything, what's inside, what to expect, as you can see right here. And then as you open it up, it's all paper, so open right there. And the packaging's right here. This is a nice sleeve, a microfiber that can wash your Litl with. And on the inside here, you pull the tab here. The power supplies are in here with the cap and extension cord. And we take out the Litl right here. Underneath is some David McCauley cards, which is a really, really great illustrator that's helped us out. When you go inside it, you got about 10 cards here. Oops. Which basically explain the Litl philosophies one by one with little answers and everything on the back side. So it's really, really fortunate that we got to have this amazing illustrator help us out to explain the Litl philosophies and everything. So it's been really, really great. And so the idea with here is instead of a big 500-page manual they have to read through, you just visually look at them. So it's really, really cool. Otherwise, you have the Litl here. Pull it out, and there it is. So, and you start your experience.
Cool. Can we see the power supply?
Yeah, totally.
That looks different.
So we spent a lot of time on the power supply to mimic the hardware design as well. So as you can see, the white power supply is very much like the compared to the product actually. It's very much like the same finish and everything, the little logo's there. And then the extension cord, you just plug in right here. So it mimics the same design as the hardware, and the hardware being black and white. And you have the exception of you want an extension cord, or you can take it off and use a cap. So if you want to just connect it to your wall, you just do that. And that's the power supply. Yeah, so when the power supply, one of the things is we looked at the logo and everything, how can we have a little more fun with just the power supply? So when you plug it in, as you can see, the dot of the eye lights up. A little detail that we wanted. We didn't want it to be too much in your face because we think a lot of power supplies are too bright in your face. So this one's just a subtle little dim thing saying the power is working, it's ready to work. So you plug it in, everything works.